something that bothers me a lot, probably more than anything else at all, right, is not all the things that are happening in the world. Truthfully, if we all came together, yeah, we might be able to do something about it, like the Epstein files or whatever, input traumatic USA experience here or whatever. I think something that bothers me more than that is the fact that people do not put enough effort in to understanding any side of the story. You know what I mean? So hear me out. Let's say ICE agents, that used to be a huge thing a couple months ago. ICE agents come in and they're removing people or whatever they're doing. They're doing something with people. And everybody wants to take arms and rise up against this force that's being beyond, I wouldn't say reasonable, but like just going above and beyond. They're doing the most. I think the thing that frustrates me the most is the fact that whether or not they got one part of the story right, a part of the story right, the full story right, the people listening in and or just slightly like getting involved in this riot against ICE. And by the way, this is an example. Don't be saying that I'm for all this injustice. People, it's like a giant game of telephone. Everybody would much rather stick with a quote unquote reliable source so that they can say they studied or say they researched and use this one bit of information to justify all of their hatred and anger toward a specific group. All right, so let's say that the ISIS was like a specific group, was the specific group, but was an example. Take the same thing for Christianity. One bad experience with people in the church is enough to separate you entirely from this, for the skeptic's sake, life-saving and life-altering. I believe it, but for the skeptic's sake, life-saving and life-altering religion that should be the truth. The fact that nobody even cares to do research on anything, not even just research, but to feel so passionate and angry against something with having little to no knowledge on it, absolutely infuriates me. The fact that we have people running wild in our streets hurting people, the fact that we have people killing others, the fact that we have injustice in the court system and babies being ripped from their fathers, babies being ripped from their mothers, abortion cases everywhere. There's all kinds of huge, remarkable, dramatic, I don't even know what word you can put in there, huge problems at hand. And we want to sit back and listen to somebody have an opinion on something or research a fact or two about something, and suddenly we have the whole story when, truthfully, here's a hard pill to swallow, you ready? The truth is that we are so lazy, we would much rather believe a lie than pursue truth. And because this pursuing a lie and this mindset is all that we do, we're playing across the world a giant game of telephone while the truth is slowly but surely being pushed away. So now we have a bunch of broken people who are ended up killing themselves, broken homes who have like little to no chance of reconciliation. We have all these people who are angry and at each other's throats because you support this person. You see what I'm getting at? There's so much wickedness going on, but just as equally, there's so much laziness. And then we have the audacity to sit back and ask for justice. You know what I mean? Kudos to anybody and everybody, whosoever, who sits back and takes time to research and get all the information. Shame on you if you want to follow and play the game of telephone and do nothing about the problems. Repent and follow God.